Today I'm going to show you how certain eBay sellers are manipulating their images and their photographs to make the coins look better than what they are, or to make them look dimple when they're not. So stay tuned. Before I do my demonstration on how to manipulate photographs, I want to speak about my experience. In early 2000s, I started looking at eBay. Actually before that, but really seriously started selling coins in 2002 on eBay. And one thing that I noticed that I could always sometimes buy things on eBay and do pretty good on it, and then there were some things that caught my eye. And there were a lot of coin doctors, and it wasn't just that they were coin doctors themselves, they were also image doctors, okay? And I did a lot of research on this. I researched it for 5 years. And in 2007, I started my website and wrote articles on this to try to teach people about eBay fraud and eBay unscrupulous sellers and things like that. I really haven't went in depth like I'm going to in this video about people who are doctoring their images and photographs. Another thing, I have a customer and he lost $60. I sent 2 coins off for him that were labeled as dimple. That is false. Okay, when you cause someone to believe a coin is something it's not, you are misleading them. That is a lie. Now, another thing, 100% positive feedback, it don't mean nothing in this case. Okay, you can buy feedback. My friend that is a regular customer here, and I've known him before I ever owned the coin shop, he actually called this man on the phone, and the guy was trying to hook him up with more coins. You know, they're buying coins that have that look, okay? And I don't know whether they're buying them graded or buying them raw or both, but they could be cracking them out. Whatever they're doing, okay, they're actually manipulating the photographs so that the coins look better than what they are, okay? Now, I just want to say this also, a couple years ago, I bought one off of them myself, and I actually sent it off, and it did get proof-like, okay? But it was not the dimple that they claimed, and did not look like the images. So firsthand, I know what this is about. This needs to quit. Okay, there's just no reason to be doing this to people. There's no reason. I don't care. You can argue and say PCGS gets it wrong, or PCGS it's all opinions. And you can argue all you want, but when you manipulate your photographs to make a coin look something that it's not, you're wrong. Okay, that is fraudulent. Okay, I don't care how good you are and how nice a person you think you are. It doesn't make any difference. You don't do this to people. You know, in addition, another thing that I would like to add to that is the fact that if this was 1 or 2 coins every once in a while where you disagreed with PCGS or NGC or Annex, I get it. I wouldn't have such a problem with it. But when every single one of your coins are described as flawless or superb gem or whatever terminology, and you've got super gem all over and rare and everything else all over your labels and your holders, I don't have any sympathy for you. Okay, it's one thing to disagree every once in a while and see a coin that you think probably was undergraded or overgraded, whatever, that's fine. You know, that's not the problem here. It's just whenever single one of your coins are some special coin, and then you got lighting covering up the marks on the coin. That's where it's wrong. You know, patterns of constantly doing this day in and day out, year after year. Okay, so I'm going to show how this is done. So, get ready. Okay, here's a few coins that I have that look to them. I've had all these coins in hand. I took the images myself. These coins were not even proof-like. They would be what people would describe maybe as semi-proof-like. But they had enough cameo, had enough depth in the fields as far as, you know, absorbing the light, because they had that kind of a mirror look to them, that I bought them because I like to sell nice coins. These are nice coins. But I never sold them for something they wasn't. But as far as manipulating photographs, you can see this is an ADS. Okay, ADSs are known for this cameo look and a little bit of depth in the fields. Sometimes they polish to refinish the dies after they were clashed, and you can see this. So this is what we're going to do. You can go in and you can select basically anything that you want to do in the tools in this. So first off, now we've got it right, and we've got this coin looking a lot more cameo, a lot more brighter. It almost already looks like some of the images you see on the internet or on eBay. I want to go in also, and we can look at a little bit on the contrast side here and try to work with it. Okay, and then I want to show you something that can help a whole lot, which I do not recommend doing this. But as you can see, you can get rid of a lot of the unsightly marks on a coin. Just very subtle. You go in with this tool in Photoshop and you can actually eliminate some of these marks. You can make them look, less prominent. Now, sometimes light reflections cause them to look worse than what they are. And I understand that some people might want to mess with their photograph a little bit. I get it. But when you're making it look like a higher grade, or you're making a semi-proof light coin look dimple, or even a proof light coin look dimple, then it's wrong. That's where you took it to the other level. And then we'll go to the next one. This is an 1881-0, and it's not proof-like, it's not dimple, it's not any of that, okay? But it had a very nice cameo effect to it. So what we're going to do, again, we're going to go into trying to get the tone to where we want it. Pretty much what it selects here is what I'm going with, but you can also make it a little bit better. Just a little more white. Okay, then the contrast can be messed with just a little bit more as well. And we're getting real close to that look, okay? Now what I didn't do is I didn't manipulate the lighting. I didn't use a lighting angle that masks any of these marks or to try to make it look more proof-like or dimple. And the reason is that I was trying to sell this coin as it is. I wasn't trying to fool anyone, okay? I could have used lighting angles. I could have used different angles, and then, I could rotate the coin here with this software and make it look better. That's why you can see marks. That's why you can see things. I don't hide things when I sell my coins, okay? It is what it is. And if you don't like my coins, obviously I do the money back guarantee. But, the point of it is why sell coins for what they're not? Yeah, I'll get more money out of it, but then my name's dirt. Why would I want to do that as a dealer? It doesn't make any sense to me. But let's say I don't like these marks here. Let's say someone might think that's a scratch. Okay, see, this is a big old mark here. Let's just eliminate them. I mean, it's not hard to do. People can do this all the time. And then you resize the images so they're smaller so you can hardly see it. I've caught people doing this. Like I said, if you're trying to hide something that shows up more, because these images are huge, and I'll show you an example. These are macro photograph images that I took, and I've done this for a long time. And I could go in and look at this, and this coin looks marked up worse than what it would, because you're seeing it. Look how much larger it is on the screen. I mean, a Morgan dollar would fit right in the middle, almost the size of this ear here, if you actually had it in hand. I mean, we're talking, this is huge. This is magnified. Okay, so you're going to see marks more, and I understand people resizing and trying to mess with a little bit, but when you try to create something that a coin's not, that's false. Here's another example. The 81S here that I have, it's already graded. It's a mint state 64 plus. Okay, that's what this is. And I can come in and I can do the same thing that I've been doing. You can mess with the lighting. You can make it brighter. You can mess with the contrast and make the fields darker. Not only that, I mean, there are other tools that you can use. You can lighten the shadows, or you can darken them. You can darken the highlights, the midtones. There's all kinds of things. I mean, you start getting that look that you're seeing here on these coins. And man, you put up there and put, 30-inch mirrors and superb gem and flawless. And well, we know it's not flawless. We can see the marks, but we can fix that too. Or I could have had lighting come in at this angle and mask all of that. And I probably should show you that. But yeah, I mean, we can do a lot of things to coins. A lot of things to hide the imperfections and make it look perfect and make it look like it's flawless. It's not fair to do this to people. It's just not fair to rip people off, man. I mean, and then say, I'll give you a 30-day money-back guarantee, or I'll, basically buy your feedback, whatever. Send it off, I mean, if it don't come back, we'll give you feedback. I mean, that's the thing. When it comes to feedback, most people don't leave feedback. Most people don't want to admit that they got ripped off. Most people don't want to admit that they actually bought something incorrectly. Or they just chalk it up to a bad experience and say, I'll never buy off eBay again. You know, blame it on eBay. You know, I do kind of blame eBay a little bit, because look at all this. I mean, we're talking about descriptions that have, you know, all this stuff on a scarce date, proof like, you know, one of the things that I do want to, ultra rare dimple, right here. This is an example. Look at the light, it just covers up, and you can see there's marks there, but they're covering it up with light, and then they manipulated the photograph. Morgan dollars don't look that white, don't look like they've been snowed on very often, and not every one of them you find either. Glassy mirrors, ultra scarce dimple, you know, here. So then we go down to the description, and you're looking at, you know, all descriptions are opinions only. We guarantee authenticity only. Really? If you're guaranteeing authenticity only, then why do you got all this junk on the outside of the coin? You're creating an impression of a coin that is higher grade or a dimple when it's not. I just don't have any sympathy. I don't. You know, this needs to literally cease. You know, I mean, you know, even when you have, another thing that I'm seeing here, let's put it this way. Another thing that I'm seeing here is you got, and it's, you know, obviously there's purchasing coins that are really nice. This is a 65 star, but they're saying it's a dimple PL. Okay, well, it's not. Okay, maybe NGC got this wrong. Okay, I mean, we can say that, we can argue that. Okay, but they don't even have PL on it. Okay, that tells you something. Why manipulate even the photograph? I mean, it's fuzzy. Now here's another coin. I went ahead and just took some pictures real fast with my phone. Just held my phone and took pictures of with the lighting angles to cover up, mask some of these marks that this coin has on the front of it here. And you know, one of the things about it, you see this a lot. I could have blinded it out a lot more than this, but you still see some marks, because what they do is they select a certain coin that has small marks. Some people have a good eye for this. I'm one of them. I have a good eye to pick out a coin that I can actually make it look better if I needed it to. I don't do that, but that's what they're doing. You know, certain coins take photographs better than others. That's a fact. And when you're out and about and you're looking around and you're searching, that's what most people are going to look for. Coins that they can take pictures of online that take better images. Well, I'm going to show you this. Here's that mark right there. It's gone. That mark's gone. This mark's gone. That mark's gone. As you can see, it doesn't take much to get rid of these marks. Okay, so then there's no heavy marks now, and there's a couple spots up here. We can eliminate those. Images can be played with. You have no idea what you're looking at when you're looking online. This is why a lot of people get coins that are misrepresented, and they stop collecting. You don't have to stop collecting. Buy from a reputable dealer. Okay, check them out. You know, it's not, I'll tell you the truth. Sometimes it's just better off to buy graded coins, or actually going to a coin show and going to look at the dealer lots and or look at the dealer coins in person and look at them under the magnification. You know, where you can actually look at them at all angles. That's very important here. So then, here's what the coin actually looks like if the photograph was normal. Now, obviously, whenever you take different angles, you can make it look a little more softer and frosty. But as you can see, look at all these marks that's on this coin that you could not see in the other image. Here, we'll go back to the other one. You see how I can make it look a little bit better? It don't take much. A little bit of lighting angle. Here it is again. See the marks? Do this again. And we can go back and forth, and we can look at this coin. Okay, this is probably an MS-60 coin, 61. In this image, it almost looks 64. Some people may think that's 65. And I can put all kinds of stuff on a little holder and make all the claims I want. You know, so thanks for watching my latest video. And please hit that like button and also the little bell beside the subscribe button. You know, I really love this hobby, and I love people in general. I just don't like deceit, and I don't like unscrupulous coin sales. I know that as a dealer, sometimes you make a bad sale. Sometimes you may not realize something about a coin and someone buys it. I'm not saying I've never made a mistake. I'm not a perfect man. Okay, I'm not trying to portray myself as holier than thou. I just want to help people not buy stuff that is misrepresented or manipulated so that you think it's something that it's not. I think that is horrible. You know, if you're selling clean coins, they're clean. Just put, in my opinion, they're clean, or in my opinion, it's not, but PCGS said it was. I get that. That's fine. But when you start blowing stuff up, I just can't I can't find an excuse. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. So, thanks for watching and have a great day.